Well, the Halos have some momentum going into Monday night's contest. Took 2 of 3 against the Toronto Blue Jays, and tonight, welcoming the Cleveland Indians for the first of 3. Hi, everyone. From inside the Big A, I'm Victor Rojas, along with my partner, Mark Gubza. We welcome you to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West. You go back over the weekend, I mentioned the 2 of 3 from the Toronto Blue Jays, but the underlying story, of course, was all the moves that the Halos have made over the last couple of days. And, Mark, I tell you what, there's a lot of folks sitting out there wondering, is it too early to start worrying about all these moves?
No, Victor, I think it's showing right now. This team is all about winning right now, and the decisions that Mike Scioscia has made is to go down there and get these guys an opportunity to get their game back. Obviously, Eric Ibar, when he's ready to go and healthy, he'll be the everyday shortstop. But the other guys in the pitching staff, Kevin Jepson, Michael Kahn, of course, Scott Kazmir, they got to go down and get their confidence together. If they do that and they're aggressive in the strike zone, they'll be back and be big contributors. Bottom line is the decisions were made, and I like what they've been able to do so far.
All right, originally tonight was supposed to be Dan Herron's start, and of course he got used in that 14-inning ball game against the Blue Jays. The Halos turned to their second-round pick back in 2008, a young man by the name of Tyler Chatwood.
Boy, 13-9 mark in the minor leagues last year, ERA under 3. Big thing about him, he's got a fastball, 93 to 98, a swing and miss curveball, a very good changeup, and great makeup for this situation. Hey, you're always going to be nervous, and whether you're 21 or 31 coming up to the big leagues, I like what he does. He's aggressive. Even if he gets in some trouble, he has the stuff to get out of trouble.
Well, the Angels hope to continue to swing the bats as they did against the Toronto Blue Jays. They'll be facing Mitch Tolbert going into the Cleveland Indians series. And the Indians right now sitting atop the American League Central with a 7-2 record. Pretty good win streak for them. Their last year, their longest win streak, 7 games from September 24th to October the 1st.
Well, they're pitching exceptionally well, and because their starters are going deep in the ballgame, their bullpen has been minimizing and going and doing a good job. Orlando Cabrera affecting this club right now, playing second base, solidifying the defense, and great leadership right now.
Well, we're ready for baseball here at the Big A. The first of 3 against the Cleveland Indians. Sit back and relax. We've got lineups and first pitch when we return. Angels baseball is brought to you by Hyundai. If you're looking to get more out of a new car, don't just go to an event. Join the movement at your local area Hyundai dealer. By Shakey's Pizza. Win a pizza party for 10. Go to Shakey's.com. And by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. Well, 3 incredible crowds over the weekend. Watch the Angels take 2 of 3 against Toronto. They are still streaming in here for game number 1 against the Cleveland Indians. We'll take a look at the Indians lineup. Skipper Manny Acta will run out. Michael Brantley leading things off in center as Drupal Cabrera, the shortstop, batting second. Shin-Soo Choo is in right field. Carlos Santana doing the catching and is the cleanup man. Travis Hafner is the DH. Orlando Cabrera, the former Halos, at second base. Austin Kearns in left. Matt Laporta at first base. And Jack Hanahan batting ninth and playing third base. Taking on the 21-year-old Tyler Chatwood, and guy who saw pretty much every level in the minor leagues last season.
And very successful. Why? Because he throws strikes. He's aggressive. Very, very good stuff. High upside on that fastball. Mentioned he get up there 97, 98 when he used the four-seam fastball.
Goes without saying, making his major league debut, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. You will get delayed calls from the man behind the plate, Tim McClellan, one of the most highly respected umpires in Major League Baseball. Very, very deliberate, however. That pitch is down low, and the count is even. At 1 ball, 1 strike on Michael Brantley. Hitting .303, 5 runs batted in. Hit .246 last year for Cleveland in 72 games. This one's out towards center field. Borges just a couple of steps to his left, makes the catch, and there's out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense for the Halos behind Chatwood in his debut. It's Wells in left, Borges in center, Hunter in right. Kayasco at third, Asturis at short, Kendrick at second, Trumbo at first, and Hank Conger getting to start behind the plate.
Well, familiar with Chatwood, obviously together in the minor leagues, of course, even in spring training. A good idea for Mike Scioscia to have this combination to settle each other down, work on what pitch is going to be effective for Chatwood, especially early in the game.
Fastball is fouled back to the left. Off the bat of Asdrubal Cabrera, the shortstop, hitting .316. 3 home runs and 9 runs batted in here in the early going. Takes that fastball in. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Always nice to see when a young pitcher pitches inside early in the game.
Goes outside and he misses down low, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
You can see by the pace he has right now, the butterflies, a little nervous. Your first start, you're at home here. The thing is, though, he's got good stuff. And if he can work down, slow it down, just take a couple deep breaths during the course of this game, he's got a good chance. And Hyundai, key to the game. Feels like the first time. Farner. I know you like Farner, Victor.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Oh, man, it's go back out there, just relax, just absorb what kind of opportunity you have here.
Well struck to straightaway center field. Borges going back at the wall. Not going to get it. It's a home run. The Indians strike first. They lead it 1-0 on Cabrera's 4th of the year.
Well, he's having a great start. 10th RBI. Again, when you're a youngster, you're out there, the adrenaline's going, you're throwing nothing but fastballs. He times his fastball as Drupal gets a fastball right over the middle of the plate. And has that good swing, drives it to center field. Biggest part of the ballpark, drives it out.
12th home run for the Cleveland Indians this year. Shin-Soo Choo takes a strike on the outside corner. Cabrera not known to be a home run hitter. More of a gap guy. Pretty good pop, and Choo gives this one a right out to right field. Torrey going back toward the wall, makes the running catch. And there are 2 outs.
Lots of fastballs early on for Chatwood.
Would you like that from the standpoint of trying to settle the nerves, that that's the pitch for you to fall back on, at least just to kind of get the butterflies and nerves out of the way, and then kind of settle into some sort of routine?
It always is an important pitch for a young pitcher, any pitcher, to establish the fastball beginning part of the game, but also realize the opponent is looking the same thing, thinking you're going to try to establish a fastball. They're jumping all over it, swinging that fastball early. Mix in occasional all-speed, whether it's a changeup or a slow curveball, to give them a different look.
Carlos Santana, the catcher, takes a breaking ball down low, and the count is even now at 1-1. Santana hitting .265. 1 home run, 6 runs batted in. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball down and in. He's 2-1.
Pretty good curveball. And taking that deep breath and just relaxing, letting the game come to you.
Missing upstairs. The fastball falls behind here at 3-1. Mentioned the 3 levels that Chad would race through last year. Starting off at Rancho Cucamonga was 8-3 with a 1.77 ERA. Then with the AA Arkansas. This one's fouled off behind the plate. It's a full count. In Arkansas, Tyler was 4-6 with a 3.82 ERA, and he only made 1 start at Salt Lake City.
He's certainly not wasting any time in between pitches.
Payoff pitch. Santana takes a called strike 3. Down he goes. And there's Tyler Chatwood's first major league strikeout. But he gives up his first major league home run. We head to the bottom of the first. Indians on top 1-0. The Tribe on top 1-0 starting the bottom of the first. This is Mike Scioscia's lineup. The Halos 5-4 to start of today. Have Meiser back in the lineup at shortstop. Howie Kendrick in second. Bobby Abreu the DH. Torrey Hunter is in right. Vernon Wells back in left. Alberto Castro at third base. Mark Trumbo at first. Hank Conger doing the catching. Peter Borges batting ninth and playing center field. Taking on the right-hander Mitch Talbot, or as his friends like to call him, Tolbert.
Any way you want to call him. He's got a pretty good fastball, 90 to 95 range, curveball, slider, changeup.
27-year-old, native of Utah. No record this year, 4 1/3 innings against the Boston Red Sox at a 4.15 ERA. Not going to wow you or overwhelm you with his stuff, but a guy that doesn't get rattled very easily with base runners on crucial situations. Meiser takes outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. Asturias 361 with a home run and 5 runs batted in. Had the day off yesterday. Brandon Wood getting the start at shortstop. That is up and away. 3 balls, 1 strike.
The thing is, slow, deliberate delivery. Sometimes it's very difficult to time if you're a hitter going against a guy like Talbot, because the fact is he's not real quick with it.
There's a strike. Full count. Payoff pitch. And Asturias lifts one down a left field line. Long run over for Austin Kearns, and into foul territory. Makes the catch. Having to deal with a fan over there, but still makes the catch. And there's the first down. We'll look at the defense for the Cleveland Indians. Kearns in left. It's Brantley at center. Shin-Soo Choo in right. Jack Hanahan at third. As Dribble Cabrera the shortstop. Orlando Cabrera at second base. Matt Laporta at first. And Carlos Santana doing the catching.
So often we're used to seeing Orlando Cabrera at shortstop position, but he's done a nice job moving over to second base, solidifying the defense for the Tribe. Last year, that was certainly a weak point of their defense. The ability to be able to field the ball in the infield.
Howie Kendrick takes down low for ball 1. The Indians thus far have done it pretty much with their offense. Their pitching staff not bad.
ERA of slightly over 4 as this one's fouled into the seats to even the count. They're putting up some pretty good numbers offensively. Grady Sizemore still not back. He's played 9 innings for the first time in a rehab yesterday. That's how he shoots this one foul. It's 1-2. Howie had his 8-game hitting streak snapped yesterday. He was on base the first 2 times up with a walk and a hit by pitch. 0 for 2 overall. That one foul. Good movement on that pitch from Talbot.
Talbot with a good curveball. Will also throw a slider too. And throw strikes. First time out, 7 strikeouts in his performance.
The 1-2. Off speed pitch. That's a good changeup that Talbot possesses. 2 outs.
Well, Talbot sold that real well. You think fastball, good arm motion, and the bottom drops out. 79 miles an hour. Very difficult to stay back. You got to just try to punch that into the right field if you're a right-handed batter.
So 2 outs, base is clear for Bobby Abreu. Bobby had a hit yesterday, 1 for 4. His average at 371, a home run. 4 runs batted in. Austin Kearns not very deep in left field against Abreu. The first pitch is outside. The Halos hitting .288 as a team, second in the American League. They are 4th in home runs. However, just 8th in runs scored with 39. Changeup catches the corner, 1-1.
Pitching backwards, looking for a fastball, but the ability to drop a changeup in behind the count, very effective. Right back with the changeup, shook off. Fastball away.
And he got it. 1-2. Indian starters, a 5-2 record for them and a 4.33 ERA. The relievers 2-0 and a 3.33 mark. There's the 1-2. Bobby fouls it back. Nice catch. A pretty good missile just to the left of the backstop. Barehanded to boot.
Who needs a glove?
Just ask you. 1-2 again. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Torrey Hunter's on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Abreu. Asdrubal Cabrera with a home run off Tyler Chatwood in the first. The scoring in this game. That is outside off the plate, full count.
Something unusual. Bobby worked his way back to a full count.
And he lost him. 2-out walk puts a man on for Torrey Hunter. Angel fans, be sure to log on to foxsportswest.com/angels for all the latest team news, including Mark Gubas' chat about Angels baseball. How about that? And be sure to cast your vote for the Angels poll question. Who's your favorite homegrown Angel? Tyler Chatwood, Hank Conger, Chris Pettit, Mark Trumbo, or Jared Weaver? It's a battle of high schools throughout. Redlands, East Valley, Huntington Beach, San Dimas, Villa Park, Simi Valley. Oh, shocker. First pitch at Torrey is a little bit high, and it's 1 ball, no strikes.
Good old Simi Valley High School. Right around the corner from me.
Is that where you went to school?
No.
Oh.
No.
Adopted.
Adopted, yes.
Okay. Torrey's got a 6-game hitting streak, 317 average, a couple of home runs, 7 runs batted in. Swinging through that high fastball. Has the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 20 pitches thrown by Mitch Talbot. Making his 2nd career start against the Angels. Made one last year. It was right here 6 1/3, gave up 1 earned run on 6 hits. Cleveland Indians victory over Joe Saunders. 1-1. 2 foul, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Looks like the pitch before, a cut fastball, then followed up with a slider there, both on the same part of the plate. Staying away on Torrey. It's the bottom line. Most scouting reports say if you're going to pitch against Torrey, you got to stay on the outer half. Show in just to make him aware of that, but try to get him out of the way. If you go inside and you make a mistake, it's a good chance that ball is going to get crushed.
Bobby's got a good lead at first. This one's chopped foul on the third base side. The count still 1-2. Talbot, originally a second-round pick of the Houston Astros in 2002. Went to the Tampa Bay Rays as part of the Ben Zobrist trade, and then picked up by Cleveland from the Rays in the Kelly Shoppach deal. The ball on 2 strikes. Abreu takes off. Torrey chops this one over to Cabrera, the shortstop. That will end the inning. No runs, no hits. The Halos leave a man on. 1 in the books. Indians up 1-0. To nothing. Tyler Chatwood getting his second major league inning started here. It's our pleasure to welcome in former Angel great Mark Langston and former boothmate, because he spent a weekend with us, with me. I'm sorry, in Seattle. He did pick you up.
My therapy sessions went very well, Victor, after I left here, by the way.
That's usually happened. Just send me the bill as always.
Not from you.
How was everything going for you, man?
Everything is great. Up until the moment I had to throw a ball out today.
Now, I believe we might have some video of that.
Oh, please. Erase. Delete.
What happened?
Well, they were encouraging me to get in there and warm up in the cage, and I declined because I said, yeah, come on, it's no big deal. And then they put this straitjacket on me that I had. This thing's about 80 pounds. I got right about there, and I went, oh, no, I'm in big trouble.
A good cutter, though.
Yeah. It's a good cutter. That was my 0-2 pitch right there. The guy might have swung at that. So I blamed it on the jacket, the slick ball, and then,
I 0-2 pitch.
Well, and as soon as it left my hand and was rolling towards home plate, I sat there and go, oh, Gooby and Victor are going to slay me. Sosha's going to kill me when I walk in the dugout. And sure enough, I walk in there. Sosha goes, I've seen a lot of these. That was horrible.
So it made you feel real good.
Yeah,
then.
that made me feel real good. My family blew me off. They walked away from me. My catcher, Donnie, Cromwell, who was, he was so pumped up to be out there. He's going, are you kidding me? What happened? This was my moment.
He tried to pick you up, though.
He did. He tried. He tried his best.
He wanted no part of that.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, that thing landed about 3 feet in front of the plate.
Believe me, I got a scouting report going out to Finn and Abby about the jacket now. Gooby, you get out there. beware of the jacket.
But you got to have a little larger size. Is that the whole thing?
You know, it's a Letterman's jacket.
Right.
So it's like, you know, 3 or 4 guys.
It's a good look, by the way.
It looks great on camera.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that part of it looked well, you know, for photographs and waving to people. I should have shed my skin right there.
Well, does this bring back old memories here when you see Chatwood getting his first start? Does you feel that adrenaline when you first made your major league start?
Absolutely, Gooby. You know, I saw that today knowing that he was going to start the game, and, you know, it just brought back moments of, you know, your first start. And, you know, my first start was against Milwaukee, and they'd won the World Series 2 years before that, or been in the World Series. And, you know, so it brings back those moments, you know, that your very first start in the big leagues. And he's 21 years old, so, you know.
I know.
That's a pretty good deal there, too.
Did you get any advice prior to that start? I mean, what's the best thing that anybody told you going into that first start?
You know, I think Gorman Thomas might have even told me, kid, don't worry about anything. Just let it go. If it gets the backstop, it hits the backstop. Just let it go. You know, so you're just out there trying to, you know, remember what your name is at that point.
I remember I couldn't even breathe going out there to the mound. It seemed like the mound, the home plate to the mound was about 500 feet. I'm like, wait a minute, it's only supposed to be 60 feet, 6 inches, but it seemed like it got a little bit further from the bullpen.
No question. But you're in that beautiful Kansas City ballpark that you could just pump those heaters. I was in the Kingdome where you couldn't do that.
Oh, you couldn't challenge somebody right down the middle of that place.
No.
Also affectionately known as the King Dump for a long time, as this one singled into center field. Orlando Cabrera on board with 1 out here in the second. Mark Langston kind enough to join us here in the booth. Any other broadcasting duties for you? Going to join us at any point during the year this year?
You know, obviously my baseball career ended very abruptly today out on the mound. So the comeback part of it that I kept thinking in my mind that I could do it just ended. So, you know, anytime I would love to always come up here and be one of the Three Stooges. I would like to be the, you know, Curly, you know. I would love to be Curly.
That is a badge of honor. You just called me a stooge.
Stooge, one of the Stooges.
I love it.
I do that for me.
Which one of us is Larry here, by the way?
Couldn't think of Charlie's Angels or anything like that.
This one out toward right center field. Borges has it go off his glove. Cabrera rounding second, heading to third, and it's going to be a double for Austin Kearns. Kearns gets credit for a double, his second of the year.
See Borges going back to the wall, timing it just off his glove as you get by that wall. Again, it's finding the warning track and finding that wall at the same time and be able to catch it with your eye and not go away from that. It's difficult, especially when he's playing in a different position, playing more a pole against Austin Kearns.
Well, Conger out to talk things over with Chatwood. 1 out here. Runners at second and third. Matt Laporte is the batter.
You know, this time of night, too, it's so difficult to pick up a ball. And maybe that one little reaction off as soon as it left the bat this is a very hard time of night for infielders and outfielders to actually pick the ball up.
Especially after you have a day game yesterday, a little different view for you. And then, of course, the ball's carrying pretty good tonight already. Generally at night here, we've seen a lot of balls hit hard but not getting to that wall. You know that you can get away with a fly ball here at night.
Absolutely.
Not during the day, though.
Not during the day. It travels very well.
Now, I know you were joking about the comeback thing, but does watching Jamie Moyer the last couple of years kind of have that thought creep back in there?
Hey, there's a few soft tossing lefties out there that make me, you know, quiver on the couch a little bit. Jamie is one of them for sure. I got at least 80 in me if I really worked hard.
That's a good bolt nowadays.
Oh, that's a grunt. When he's throwing 80, there's a grunt behind that.
So you got to get down to spring training and do some instruction with you. What do you see as far as prospects and some of the younger guys as you were down there in Arizona?
You know, I didn't get a chance this year. My daughter got married and over in Maui, so I was doing that. My other daughter, we're trying to get her into school, so we had some recruiting trips that we were on. So I was so bummed out because I really enjoyed my time in spring training. I was unfortunately unable to get out there this year.
2 balls, 2 strikes now on Matt Laporta. Mark Langston kind enough to join us. Any other things that the Angels have you doing this year for the 50th anniversary, or that you have already volunteered for, or that I'm volunteering you for now?
Well,
by saying
I think
this?
After tonight's performance, I think I'm sweeping the right field pavilion after the game. After that,
we'll just keep the baseball out of the hand.
Yeah,
that's
keep
it.
the baseball out. No, anything this organization always asks me to do, I'm willing to do.
This one out to deep right field. Torrey's pulling up, and that one is going to be a home run. First base umpire Ted Barrett calling it a home run. It's a 3-run shot, and it's 4-0 Cleveland.
Well, you can see why this club has won 7 games in a row, Cleveland. Coming in, you thought, well, maybe with this offense, especially Laporta is a guy that will swing at pitches out of the strike zone if you get ahead of him, but he can hit the fastball. Look, he got a fastball up and away and drove it exceptionally well to right center field.
And that has been the theme here in the early going. A lot of hard hit fastballs that have been up.
Yeah, that's just a bad spot for a pitcher to live in. You know, you feel bad for the young man. He's just trying to get his feet wet and try to get through this. And at this level, you can't elevate and make very many mistakes like that in the middle of the plate, or they'll let you know real fast.
Yeah, even if you're throwing 94, 95, it's a fastball. When it's up in the strike zone, and it's generally going to be straight up in the zone, it's going to be crushed because guys love the fastball. They love to get into fastball counts.
Second home run that Chadwood has allowed. Laporta's second of the year. He had 12 last year in 110 games for Cleveland.
All-time memory as a member of the Angels, Langer. Who's your all-timer?
You know, probably watching you work on the Stairmaster group is always an all-time memory of mine. Watching, you just put the hours in on that thing. It's always inspirational for me.
Was he wearing the sleeveless T-shirt back then too?
Yeah, it was. It was a performance that a lot of us would stop and watch. Gooby could go through his workout. Quite impressive.
Try to get back there to get my ERA down below 25.
Right, we were all in the same boat at that point. Probably one of my biggest moments, I would say, was starting the All-Star game in '93 with the Angels in Baltimore. That's anytime you get to play in an All-Star game, it's quite a thrill, and to actually start a game, it's one of my highlights of my baseball career.
First year at that ballpark?
No. It was
a couple of years in.
It was in the 80s. They weren't in the open in the 80s?
No,
91 maybe.
91.
Yeah,
91.
91.
Because then Texas opened up, I think, 92 or 93 or something like that.
And then my favorite moments for sure are, every night sitting next to Jimmy Reese. To me, that's the highlight of my entire career, is being able to sit next to this guy who roomed with Babe Ruth, hear his stories on a nightly basis, challenge him, tell him Babe Ruth couldn't hit in today's game, and have him go nuts.
Well, I remember you always tell me about those stories and stuff. And you used to, as a visiting player, you used to always see him by him all the time. I mean, it's a walking dictionary of the game of baseball, which is important for any player, whether you're young or old, just to absorb all that stuff.
It definitely is. And to be able to sit by him and listen to, the stories of all the great players that have come through. He saw everybody, to listen to the stories and still see him at 92, sharp as a tack. Guys would try to mess with him every night, and he'd go, what do you think, you're playing with kids? He'd get on you. So that truly, that is my greatest thrill playing the game of baseball. Being able to sit with the history of the game right next to me every night here in the stadium.
In uni, during batting practice, with the fungo that was shaved off. One half of it was shaved off, so you could roll the ball back to him, and he could scoop it up to himself, so he could hit another fungo to you.
And that Reggie Jackson gave him a bat, and he was a wood guy. He sat there and. He carved the back of that and made that himself, sawed it in half and made the half of it. And I remember one day Chuck Finley was messing with him. Chuck grabbed his bat and just throws it in the air, and it goes flying through the air. Boom, hits the ground, hit it on, and you hear it. So Chuck runs over, and it had a hairline fracture in it.
Hard hit over to short as Sturris will fire on the first.
Anyway, Chuck sprinted in, fixed it. All was good.
Langer, always a pleasure, man.
All right, Victor. Thanks.
Good.
Thanks for taking care of
it, man. You
Cleveland
still got
to the bottom of the second, 4-0 try. Home runs allowed by Tyler Chatwood. A little pat on the back from Mike Butcher. Asdrubal Cabrera with a solo shot in the first. And Matt Laporta with a 3-run home run in the second. Scoring in this game is Vernon Wells. Takes a strike. Wells, Cayaspo, Trumbo here in the second. This one rolled over to short. Cabrera's got it. Off balance throw, and Vernon is retired for the first out.
See that defense once again for Cleveland. Been doing very good second in the American League as far as fielding percentage. That's why this club is pitching much better, because they're more aggressive because the plays are being made behind them.
Alberto Cayaspo steps in, hitting .367, a couple of home runs. 5 runs batted in. Talbot delivers a strike on the outside corner. Alberto 1 for 3, had a base hit and a run scored in the 4th inning of last. I was going to say last night, but yesterday afternoon's game. As this one's rolled to second. Talbot starting to cruise. You could do that a little bit, knowing that you've got yourself a 4-0 lead here in the early going. You really have to open up the bag of tricks yet.
Right, to stay down there with the fastball. If you're going to swing at it, stay down in the strike zone. You get a lot of weak ground balls, and right now he's doing a good job as far as throwing strikes, staying down, and letting his fielders make the plays behind him. That can all change with one swing, and all of a sudden you lose that aggressive nature.
Mark Trumbo steps in now, .273 average with a couple of RBIs. He'll promptly look at a strike. The Angels going scoreless in the first inning. The first time that had occurred in the last 6 games. That one lined in center field. A 2-out base hit by Mark Trumbo. A poor baseball.
Boy, the sound off the bat when he squares it up. Hasn't got quite any lift yet as far as getting that ball squared up and getting into the air, but the pitcher was up, hands up, and drives that to center field.
Angels' first hit of the game. They had a base runner in the first inning, a 2-out walk to a Brave, but he was stranded there. So Hank Conger gets an opportunity. Hank 2 for 9 to start the year. One of those, a home run, his first major league home run. It came on the 5th in St. Petersburg against the Rays. Back in the lineup tonight with Tyler Chatwood on the mound. That pitch missing down and away. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Real good fastball count. You assume Talbot's going to throw a fastball here, especially with a 4-0 lead. He could be more aggressive.
Throws something off speed there. It's fouled back. 2-1. Now a little bit up in the strike zone, unlike the one that he got Howie Kendrick to strike out on. That change up a little bit high.
And wanted to make sure he threw it for a strike, and almost made a mistake with it.
Two-one pitch. Outside, 3 balls in the strike. The one thing we had heard about Mitch Talbot is you see Peter Borges on deck. Is that even throughout spring training, rolling into that first start against the Boston Red Sox, a guy that had not been throwing a lot of strikes, been a little bit erratic. Good stuff, good movement. Not overpowering, but has not been able to get locked in. Seems fairly locked in here in the early going. Conger bounces this one over to first. Laporta takes it himself. That will end the inning. 2 complete. Our thanks again to Mark Langston signing the wall up there. Cool breeze. Michael Eaves hanging out as well. 4-0 Cleveland. Top of the third here at Angel Stadium, 4-0 Cleveland. Tyler Chatwood to face 2, 3, and 4. Cabrera, Chu, and Santana. Asdrubal Cabrera with a home run in the first inning. A solo shot to straightaway center field. His 4th of the year. He had 3 of last year, and I pointed out that he's not really a home run hitter. He's a doubles guy. This one sharply hit the short. Meiser's got it, and Asdrubal is retired for the first down. I joined Major League Baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association in helping Japan's children in need. Visit unicef.org or text Japan to 864-233 to donate $10. Standard text messaging and transactional fees do apply. For more information, just visit MLB.com/Japan Relief. And just to finish up the thought on Asdrubal Cabrera, he missed 2 months of the year last year due to a broken forearm. That's why he only hit 3 home runs, even though not a guy that's really going to lift and separate a whole lot. But boy, he made pretty good contact in that first inning, getting his 4th home run.
Pretty good all-around player.
Yeah, Chu takes outside 2-0. He's kind of evolved, hasn't he? Coming up, playing second base. Chatwood falls behind here.
Well, he's a guy who can hit the ball to both gaps. Contact hitter. Seen a lot of home runs, good RBI total so far early in the season for him.
Another very good hitter at the plate, and Shin-Soo Choo draws the 4-pitch walk. That's the first walk issued by Chatwood. Go with a couple of strikeouts. So man on board for Carlos Santana. Santana was Chatwood's first big league strikeout. That ended the first inning.
Certainly got to keep an eye on Chu at first base. 22 stolen bases last season.
Santana also a guy that's got pretty good pop at the plate. 13 home runs last year in limited action in Columbus before getting called up to Cleveland. At 6 home runs in the big leagues and 22 RBIs for the Indians. Waves at that off-speed pitch. It's no balls in his strike. Santana's season came to an end on August the 2nd at Fenway Park. Ryan Kalish took out Santana to play at the plate. Damaged his lateral collateral ligament. Had surgery and was out for the rest of the year. A lot of promise for this young man, though, Carlos Santana.
A big-time prospect. No question about it. Good power. Good receiver behind the plate.
Originally the Dodgers organization, went to Cleveland, part of the Casey Blake trade. Another throw over there, and Chu is back. Oh, 1 pitch outside. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 48 pitches thrown by Chatwood, 27 strikes, 21 balls. And again, we remind you that this was the start that was scheduled for Dan Herron at the beginning of the weekend. Herron having to pitch and picking up the win in that extra inning game on Saturday night against Toronto. Dan got pushed back to tomorrow night, thus leaving a spot open in the rotation for tonight. Chu takes off. The pitch is down low. The throw down from Conger down in time. And they did get him. He came off the bag, and alertly Meiser Squares applies the tag. 2 outs.
I've seen that a couple times, but just missed keeping that tag on a would-be base stealer as he slid by the base. He picked a pretty good pitch, an off-speed pitch to be able to go on, and Conger's throw on the shortstop side of the bag. Late slide by Chu, slides off and falls off the base, but a tag is applied by Meiser. Good job. Late slide. See that foot hitting right off the base and slipping off, and Meiser gets a tag in before his foot got back in.
3-1, grounded on the right side of the infield. Howie retires Santana. Essentially, Tyler Chadwick faces 3 men in an inning. We head to the bottom of the third, and it's 4-0 Cleveland.
Go back in time to last September against the Tribe. Peter Borges, a little hang piece, and deposited over left center field wall. Peter Borges, quickest get cat going around there after that home run, and that is our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast.
He leads off here the bottom of the third. Angels down 4-0 against Mitch Talbot. First pitch fastball is in there for a strike. Borges is Sturris and Kendrick against the right-hander who has 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 1 hit allowed. This one chopped over to third. Hanahan was playing in on the grass. He'll retire Borges for the first out. Leadoff man retired. Here comes Sturris. Sturris 0 for 1 with a fly ball to left. His first at bat. See the note there just below his name, having hit safely to 7 starts. Pitch down and away.
Well, Talbot not wasting any time. He had a lot of ground balls already, and he had 5 ground ball outs here in the third inning.
Talbot racked up 159 plus innings for the Indians last year. Walking 69, pardon me, striking out 88. Picking up a 10 and 13 mark. Two-one pitch. Upstairs, 3 balls in the strike.
Thing is, if you're patient at the plate, he'll let you back in this ballgame because he will walk some batters and he will give up some home runs. If you chase pitches down in the strike zone or below, he's going to get a lot of ground ball outs.
3-1 pitch out to straightaway center field. Chasing Brantley back, still going back, reaches up, makes the catch. 2 outs. Hey folks, for just $18, kids can join the Junior Angels Kids Club. Members receive an exclusive Kids Club hat, an Angels Kookie pen, a Junior Angels lanyard, 2 ticket vouchers, a pass to be first in line for Kids Around the Bases. You could join Gooby there in front of the line. Yes. A chance to participate in the first ever Junior Angels Run the Show and more. Log on to angels.com/Junior Angels to sign up today. It's amazing how quickly you get from the booth down to the front of the line. Run the bases after game.
Cannot wait. My favorite thing.
And doing it with your beanie hat. 0-1 to Howie. Dribbler on the left side. Talbot barehands it but loses the handle of it. And Howie will reach. There's an infield base hit for Howie. Again, nothing aside from the Asturias fly ball that was hit pretty good. There hasn't been too many baseballs rocketed, although Trumbos was pretty good into center field for his first hit of the game.
That's one of those plays, too, is you're a pitcher because you're going to have to feel that with your bare hand. You're going away from the throw. You're better off letting your third baseman who was coming in hand be able to make that play. Oh, granted, Howie's quick going down the line. Better opportunity for the third baseman to make that play than a pitcher going away from that throw from to first base.
So Bobby gets an opportunity here with 2 outs and a man on. Abreu with a walk in the first inning. So no AB for him. Takes down low. 1 ball, no strikes. This is a 3-game series against Cleveland. The Angels have an off day or a travel day on Thursday. Going up to Chicago for 3 and then Texas for 3. 1-0 pitch is down low. 2 balls and no strikes. The Rangers off to a very good start once again. They won today, beating Justin Verlander of the Tigers. They're 9-1. Oakland's taking on the Chicago White Sox. They just took the lead in the 10th. That game at U.S. Cellular Field. Bobby shooting one out toward right center field. Brantley giving chase. He's got a beat on it. Bobby hitting that one off the end of the bat. That will end the inning. No runs to hit, 1 left shot, 3 in the books. Cleveland still leads it 4-0. For our AT&T trivia question, award-winning trivia question. The Angels played their first game 50 years ago today. Who had the first hit in franchise history? Go ahead.
I don't know.
Dean Jantz. Pitcher's hit back then.
That's right. I can't do that one. Can't go with Dean Jantz.
I left the door open for you.
I know you did.
Boy, Dean is highly disappointed right now.
He probably had the first home run in franchise history. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah. Hafner with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Dean lives in Ohio, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's probably checking out the game back home.
He switched over to the STO broadcasts.
No.
Now that
with
he heard
us.
you not mention his name. Matt Underwood and Rick Manning are the booth next to us.
Now he's still hanging in there, waiting for me to mention his name once again.
Tim McClellan giving Hank Conger a little bit of a breather here. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hafner 0 for 1. He grounded out to Trumbull leading off the second inning. He's off to a very good start with the 1-2 inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hafner came in batting .370 with a couple of home runs, 6 RBIs.
Hafner's a big guy, but Tim McClellan is looking up pretty far to be able to see Tim McClellan. He's one of the tallest umpires, if not the tallest.
Jam shot rolled up the first base line, but foul. Count remains 2-2. Hafner last year, .278 average, 13 home runs, 50 runs batted in. Guy's been dealing with right shoulder problems for the last several years. Gosh, you got to go back to 2006. 42 homer season, 117 runs batted in. Not quite gotten back to that promise that he showed. Breaking ball lifted down a third base line. Long run for Alberto Callaspo, not going to get there.
Again, at one point or another, one of the most dangerous hitters in the American League. You couldn't get a fastball by him. Well, last year, because of those shoulder problems, a lot of pitchers pitching up and in on him. And once he's aware of that, then you can throw the curveball on the outside corner against him. That's the thing about baseball. Whenever there's some kind of either a pitch you don't hit well, or if you're a pitcher you're not hitting spots, they'll find that out.
Going with the breaking ball again. It's a full count. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk for Chatwood, 2 home runs allowed. Orlando Cabrera on deck. Payoff pitch, got him swinging on the breaking ball. Down goes Hafner. There's out number 1.
Good curveball. Chatwood has a very good 12-6 curveball. Big thing for him early in this game. Fastballs that were up in the zone got hit pretty well. But a lot of times when you see fastballs up because the adrenaline's going, you're overthrowing the baseball. Now pitching downhill. You hear that terminology a lot about pitching downhill. Staying on top and finishing your pitches.
Cabrera takes outside on the fastball. It's 1-0. He's 1 for 1, had a base hit in the second inning. Breaking ball drops in there. Cabrera's base hit started that rally for Cleveland in the second, followed by the Kearns double, then the Laporta home run. This is broken bat. 1 hopper over to Howie. 2 outs. That's what that curveball is starting to do. It's giving Indians hitters an opportunity to look at something or think about something else aside from that fastball, because early on all those guys sitting dead red.
Yeah, the differential between the speed of an 80-mile-an-hour curveball is compared to 92 to 94-mile-an-hour fastball. That's how you get hitters out. Make them aware of something else. Because if they're just sitting fastball all the way through, they're going to get a comfortable swing against you, even if you do pitch inside.
Breaking ball in the dirt. First pitch to Austin Kearns. 1 ball, no strikes. Kearns with a double and a run scored. Second double of the year. 143 average to start the season. With the Cleveland Indians last year, they got traded to the New York Yankees. Fastball strike on the outside corner. Count is even at 1-1. Breaking ball rolled over to third. Alberto Callaspo's got it. Tyler Chatwood, as Trumbull applies the tag, has his first Major League 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Cleveland still leading it 4-0. Visit us today and trade up to 4. And buy Jack in the Box. Right now, get the All-American Jack Combo with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax. Bottom of the 4th here at the Big A. It is 4-0 Cleveland. Victor Rojas along Mark Kubica. Glad you could join us here for Angels baseball. Nice job so far by Mitch Talbot through the first 3 innings. Limiting the Halos to 2 hits. He struck out 1, walked 1. The Angels sending up Hunter, Wells, and Callaspo. Hard hit toward short as Drupal Cabrera goes into the nifty little slide and retires Hunter for out number 1. Torrey now twice having grounded out to his Drupal Cabrera. Leadoff man retired. That brings up Vernon Wells. That's been the theme so far. 4 innings. Leadoff man. And all 4 innings have been retired. Keeping that first guy off the bases.
Boy, he's a pitcher. And that was my goal every single inning. Yeah, you like to go 1, 2, 3, but that first batter, the thought process behind it as a pitcher to get that first batter out, that if you give up a base hit, you're still only 1 pitch away from getting out of an inning.
Vernon swinging the first pitch. It's a high fly ball to shallow right center. Brantley calls off Chu. 2 outs.
2 quick outs. You might want to take a pitch or 2 here. Again, getting back to the point of getting that first guy, even if you have some trouble, so you give up a couple of singles in an inning, but another ground ball gets you 2 outs and you're through the inning. The leadoff batter creates so much more of a problem because you got to worry about a potential stolen base, potential bunt. Anytime there's any movement of the defense behind you, there's always a chance a big inning could happen against you.
Alberto Callaspo at the plate. Takes that pitch outside. Alberto 0 for 1. He grounded out to Orlando Cabrera in the 2nd inning. Strike evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. That is looped into right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. 2-out knock for Callaspo. Puts a man on for Trumbo. Mentioned Dan Herrick getting the start tomorrow against Fausto Carmona and Carlos Carrasco going for Cleveland on Wednesday against Urban Santana. It's a 4:05 start on Wednesday.
This is when you need that big fly to get right back in the game, cut the deficit in half with 1 swing. The luxury you have is a number 7 hitter in your lineup with this type of power.
Trumbo 1 for 1. Base hit to center field. Takes a breaking ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. And you have to be so deliberate with Tim McClellan behind the plate. Because it doesn't matter what we think as far as where that pitch is at. You just never know.
Trust me, it wasn't ever easy when he was behind the plate and you're on the mound either.
Good change up there, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
A few weird looks over the years. Like, is that in the strike zone? He would say, what did I call? So, well, I don't know. It's been a while. I don't know if you called it a ball or a strike. And then you look up at him. He's 6'9". He goes, hey, whatever you want to call is fine with me.
That's pretty much the same demeanor he had when George Brett attacked him from the visiting dugout at Yankee Stadium in the Pine Tar game. It was McClellan that called him out. Trumbo fouling this one off to the right. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, and George, and he was fairly angry, I guess would be the best way to put it. As he was running out there, he kept saying, Tim McClellan got taller and taller as he got closer to you. Well, maybe I better stop where I'm running to.
Oh, man. One ball, 2 strikes on Trumbo. Callaspo at first. The pitch. Trumbo chops this one right back toward Talbot. Almost decapitates him. It's a ground ball to second base, and Trumbo is retired. 4 in the books here at the Big A. Hey, Halos trailing this one 4-0. Now to answer our AT&T trivia question. Angels playing their first game in 50 years ago. Who had the first hit in franchise history?
Dean Chance.
Ted Golczewski. Did he do it with the sleeveless uniform? Do we know?
Showing the guns.
Yeah, didn't Ted the guy that did that originally with the Cincinnati Reds?
Right.
Fastball is down low to Matt LaPorta. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
That's right. Good unit.
But his was the only one that he had such pythons apparently. It was a gun show every day. It's kind of like you when you sport that cut off t-shirt. Here's a 2-0 to LaPorta. Missed outside. It's 3 balls and no strikes. LaPorta hit that 3-run home run in the second home run of the year. Going the opposite way. 1 for 1. Fastball is in there. 3-1. Pitch off the plate. And that is a leadoff walk. Second walk issued by Chatwood. Tyler making his major league debut. We throw up Mark Gubas' debut. April 4th of '84. 21 years of age. A 2-0 loss to the Indians at Burp Line. The Hall of Famer. He lost the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, he had it working that day. That curveball it seemed like it was loud going through the air, striking out our batters that particular day. I walked Brett Butler on the first batter, 4 pitches.
You?
Yeah.
Walked it?
Yeah. Surprising as that is.
This one out toward left field, not hit very deep. Vernon makes a catch, and Hanahan is retired for the second time in the game.
I remember not being able to breathe when I got to the mound. I just couldn't breathe. I wasn't even close in the first 4 pitches. Butler steals second, goes to third on a ground ball, scores on a ground out. I'm thinking, all right, I made it through the inning. I'll be all right. And then all of a sudden, I look on the other side, and Burt Blylevin's pitching. That was good enough to beat me that day. It's nice of him.
It's a good thing you don't recall what happened to you that day.
No, not at all. See, Pat Tabler, who was just there with the Toronto broadcast team, he was in that lineup for Cleveland.
Cleveland still wearing the blood clot red uniforms. Fastball upstairs to Michael Brantley. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Like I said, I couldn't breathe that day, so I don't even remember what I just know it was Cleveland I was facing.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think
Positive?
so. No, it was some team.
Were you in Cleveland?
No, in Kansas City.
KC.
Yeah.
Do you like that major league debut at home as opposed to down on the road? Easier for guys as far as getting acclimated?
No, I would have much rather been on the road because somehow if your offense can give you a run or two early, you can relax a little bit more so. You have more time. But if you go right from the bullpen at home, right onto that game mound, you don't even get a chance to catch your breath. I think that's a big thing when you look at Tyler today. It's a difficult task.
Brantley fouls one off, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Well, Tyler Chatwood's certainly a very easy name to pronounce here. David Cordy did a fantastic job in announcing Tyler here at the Big A before the game. What was your experience like as you got introduced at Kauffman Stadium? I'm sorry, back then it was Royal Stadium.
Yeah, it was always comfortable when they call you Mark Gazuba. I think they got the B and the Z mixed up. I knew I was going to be around for a long time when they mentioned that.
Pitches upstairs, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Did they think that somehow you were part of that chewing gum bazooka?
I would assume so. Dick Hauser, our manager at that point, he was pretty mad. He picked me up. I know he slammed the phone right off that phone in the dugout and said that's not how you pronounce his name. So they picked me back up and said it close to what it's supposed to be sounding like.
Brantley picks up the walk here, second, issued by Chatwood here in the 5th, 3 overall. Butcher's going to come out. Looks like there's some guys moving in the Angels bullpen at left field. Tyler's at 77 pitches, 40 strikes, 37 balls. Rich Thompson looks like he's going to hurry up and play catch. 1 out here in the 5th inning. 3 strikeouts to go with the 3 walks for Chatwood. As we pointed out, the 2 home runs. Dribble Cabrera in the first, Matt LaPorta in the second. LaPorta's a 3-run shot. That's the scoring in this game right now. Go back to the start. First time I saw Chatwood was in spring training. The start against the Kansas City Royals. Similar thing, kind of fell behind 3-0. Escobar hit a home running off Chatwood in the second inning. But then he settled down. Just like anything else, I'm sure getting an opportunity to experience some Major League games in spring training, facing some pretty good lineups. Have it carry over here in the big leagues. A little bit different, games a little bit quicker. At least he's now got 4+ innings under his belt. And he has settled down a little bit. Had a 1-2-3 inning in the fourth. A little bit of trouble here against Asdrubal Cabrera. First pitch fastball lays down low.
It's a pretty good game plan there. Try to sink the fastball, see if he can get a ground ball out. Potential double play.
Cabrera 1 for 2 with that home run in the first. A ground out to short in the third. Laporta's at second. Brantley at first. It's down in the dirt. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Good off-speed pitch there. 2-1.
Boy, pitching backwards. The ability to throw a changeup 2-0. Well, he's got to be thinking fastball right away. Young pitcher on the mound trying to throw a strike, but ends up throwing a changeup instead. Good pitch.
Outfield straight away against Cabrera. Meiser trying to keep Laporta close to the bag at second. It's down and away. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Does not get any easier with the guy on deck, Shin-Soo Choo, the right fielder.
Tyler just got to think of the lines. I got to work down in the strike zone, but I got to give him a pitch to be able to swing at a fastball, preferably down in the outside corner, see if he get a ground ball out.
3-1, fouled off to the left. And a full count. Chatwood's ready. 3-2 is upstairs and he lost it. So they're loaded up. All via the walk here. With Choo coming to the plate.
That's a young pitcher trying to change his delivery to throw that changeup, trying to sell it instead of trusting the grip on the baseball. Go think fastball and let the grip take the speed off it. Forced it. Again, still very good stuff. Can still get through the inning with 1 pitch.
Corner infielders are in. Callaspo and Trumbo for the Angels. Breaking ball. Missing inside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Choo 0 for 1. A fly ball to right. And a walk. He's thrown out trying to steal in a third inning, coming off the bag. Seemingly having stolen the base. This one's rolled foul just over the first base side. It's still 1 ball, 1 strike. Thompson about ready to go in the bullpen for the Angels if Mike Scioscia decides to go there. 85 pitches now thrown by Tyler. Laporta at third. Brantley at second. Cabrera at first. Pretty good speed on the bases for Cleveland. 1-1 pitch. Fastball is missing down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike.
A bad spot for that pitch, but you can't fall behind on a hitter like Choo, who's got great power to all parts of the ballpark.
Foul back off the mitt. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the 5th. Bases loaded for Cleveland. 2-2. Check swing foul. Cleveland has been ungodly with bases loaded here in the early going. 5 for 7.
have those opportunities. They're not making any mistakes. They're driving those key runs. That's why they played so well.
Breaking ball. Just missed low. Full count.
Plus, a team, when they're playing well, they don't swing at that pitch. When you're struggling, you swing at that curveball.
It's a 9th 3-ball count for Tyler Chapwood in this one. Payoff pitch coming. The base loaded, 1 out. Grounded towards second. Kendrick is Torres. Trumbo. Inning-ending double play. See how easy it is, pal? You set them up for failure. That's all you have to do. And at the bottom of the 5th, Angels down 4-0. Mike Scioscia going over to Tyler Chatwood. That's a pretty good indication that he has done in his major league debut 5 innings. Trailing at 4-0 as we start the bottom of the 5th inning.
You know, when you grow as an individual, especially a young pitcher like that, to be able to fight your way through a bases loaded jam like that and get a very good hitter to hit into a double play at the end of the inning.
5 innings, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks, 4 hits, 2 home runs. Geiger fouling it back. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Score 5 runs here. But Chatwood in an opportunity to pick up his first W.
Put some pressure on Talbot. He's getting a lot of quick outs.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Francisco Rodriguez up and loosely. Conger, Borges, and Asturias here in the 5th for the Angels. Hank 0 for 1, grounded out to first base in the 2nd inning. This one rolled up the line. Laporta smothers it, flips to Talbot. It's a bad flip. Talbot misses the bag. Laporta had plenty of time to kind of gather himself and feed Talbot, but because he got rid of it quickly, the shovel pass was wide. Leadoff man is on board for the first time.
That's the thing. Nice play by him. The ball kind of rolled a little bit away from his glove, but plenty of time. Talbot's there in position to make the play, but a high throw made it a lot closer. Almost got his foot down on the base. Flipped it up. Boy, just missed the corner of the base.
It's pretty close.
Good call.
Ted Barrett at first base. That's the first time of the game in which the Angels have gotten their leadoff man on. Conger gets credit for a base hit.
And that's being in the right position to make that call. Ted Barrett did a nice job of getting that spot. It's going to be a tough call. Saw that the foot just missed the base and made the proper call.
Nobody can shape his hat like Ted Barrett either.
No.
And that's one of the things. Hat shaping 101 at umpire school.
I think he was, if I'm not mistaken, a sparring partner for Mike Tyson early on. So I don't think he would want to mess that hat up.
That's why I gave him kudos.
Yes,
I'm not
move.
making fun of the guy.
No, I'm just saying that's why he looks so good.
Borges dropping a bunt on the third base side, barehanded by Hanahan, and Borges is out. Oh, what a play by Hanahan. It's do or die with the bare hand. Just did get Borges. Ground number one, Conger ends up at second.
Boy, what a play coming in the bare hand. Looks like Peter stumbled just a bit getting out of the batter's box area. He's got halfway down the line, but what a play. Strong throw also. Just before the foot hit the base.
Yep.
Ball's in the glove.
So one out, a man in scoring position for the first time tonight. And Esteuris at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a fly to left and a fly to center. The pitch outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. The Angels did a much better job with men in scoring position in the series against the Blue Jays. 8 for 29, a 276 average. Overall hitting 231. Now both teams even in the hit column with 4. Dribble right back to Talbot. Looks the runner back. 2 outs. Hey folks, tomorrow the Angels take on the Tribe at 7:05. All fans in attendance will receive a 50th anniversary fleece blanket courtesy of Yokohama Tires. This blanket highlights all of the Angels team logos over the last 50 years, and it's no question going to be a hit. Purchase your tickets at Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on to angels.com. Howie Kendrick with 2 outs and a man in scoring position. Howie 1 for 2 with strikeout and a base hit. Breaking ball is in there for a strike.
I watched the games last year with Cleveland. Austin Kearns plays a shallow left field. He plays about as shallow as you'll ever see in left field. And Howie's shown good pop to left field. Of course, center with a couple home runs and one to right.
Conger taking a huge lead at second base. Dribbler towards short. As dribble Cabrera has it. Howie is retired for out number 3. Leadoff man on board. The Angels leave stranded in scoring position. 5 of the books. 4-0 Cleveland.
Time for the Coors Light Freeze Camp. Jared Weaver dealing yesterday with the Uncle Charles on the outside corner. And another curveball for a punch out. How many punch outs? 15. Another curveball, slider action, working it. Then he goes Mo Larry the cheese up in his zone for the swing and miss.
And finish off his best breaking ball of the game. They'd be able to get Bautista and get a strikeout. 15. That was our Coors Light pre-scan brought to you by Fast Food. Coors Light.
4-0 Cleveland here at the top of the 6th inning. In and out. Who's in, who's out. Tyler Chatwood, his major league debut, no longer in the game. Francisco Rodriguez makes his 2011 debut for the Angels as a rookie last year. A 1-3 mark, a 4.37 ERA, pitching in 43 games. It's Carlos Santana. Lead off the 6th inning. First pitch is down low for ball 1. Chatwood, by the way, 5 innings, 3 punchies, 4 walks, 4 runs all earned on 4 hits, 2 of which were home runs. How would you sum up his performance this evening?
I think early on, butterflies. Fastballs were up, overthrew some pitches, started mixing in his curveball. But for me, the thing you take out of that game is what you saw out of him with the bases loaded against Chu, a very, very good hitter who's had outstanding career numbers. What, 389 in his career against the Angels, gets a ground ball double play. That's the positive. Fastball, we were expecting at times 97. He settled in around 92, 93 just because he was trying to overthrow a little bit. But his curveball was solid. Yes, there were some things that where you're going to take back when you look at the film that he overthrew. But other than that, I think Mike Scioscia is going to be happy with his stuff because he has the ability to get out of a big inning situation with that fastball.
Francisco Rodriguez with a 2-ball, 2-strike count here on Carlos Santana. He'll be followed by Travis Hafner and then Orlando Cabrera. Popped him up. Sturris puts it away. There's out number 1. Here comes Travis Hafner. Santana, by the way, 0 for 3 now with that pop-up. Hafner 0 for 2 with a ground ball to first and a strikeout. Found out about Rodriguez being called up after the game Saturday. He was in the bullpen yesterday. Actually got up and played some catch. Just to let everybody know he was here. It's Hafner. Loops one into shallow center. That falls in for a base hit. Sounded like he was off the end of the bat, perhaps even breaking it. It's a 1-out knock, man on for Cleveland here. Cabrera coming to the plate.
Francisco with that good sinking fastball. Got on top of it. 2-seam action. That Foxmo will show that rotation of a baseball so well. The 4-seam as compared to the 2-seam that had that good sinking action, but Hafner, a strong guy, hits it off the end of the bat and fights it in the outfield for a base hit.
Francisco made 8 appearances for the Angels this spring, at least 8 appearances that counted. Pitched 9 innings, gave up 8 earned runs, walked 4 and struck out 10. Runner goes, hit and run is on. Callaspo plays it on a 1-hop, and they throw out Cabrera as Hafner stays at second. There are 2 outs.
That's a tough play too, and they're going to trust Orlando Cabrera to be able to put the ball in play on a hit and run with Hafner running. Callaspo made a nice play on this one also. Consider makes a play, and of course Conger being very smart, get down to third base to be able to cover the base, and a pitcher, Francisco, able to go over there also. It's all about movement, covering the base. That way Hafner doesn't have that clear path to third base.
Even in a situation such as that, when Hafner's not going to third base,
it still looks good. Always be prepared.
Fundamentally sound. And that's when you kind of let the guard down. As a matter of fact, when you see someone like Travis Hafner, not to dog him out, but not the fastest guy in the world, but mentally you start to drag a little bit. You said, man, he's not going anywhere. If I get there, I get there. But nice job by everyone involved from a fundamental standpoint. 1 ball, no strikes here on Austin Kearns, a left fielder. Count is even now. Kearns has doubled and grounded out. He's also scored a run. Cleveland with a run in the first, 3 in the second. It's down in the dirt. Nice job by Hank. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Angels offense in this one just has not been able to figure out Mitch Talbot. He's gone 5 innings. He's allowed 4 hits. Kearns is ahead of the count at 3-1.
And what, he's getting a lot of ground ball outs, 10 so far in the game. That's just staying down in the strike zone, change in speed, but trusting his defense.
He's only thrown 65 pitches through 5 innings. 44 strikes. A 2-out walk to Austin Kearns. Puts 2 men on for Matt Laporta.
Number 7, first baseman, Matt Laporta.
Laporta 1 for 1 with a home run, a 3-run shot in the second. He drew a walk and was stranded in the third. Glance back to Hafner. The first pitch is in there. Boy, getting a workout behind the plate today. A lot of pitches in the dirt.
The big thing Mike Scioscia wants out of the guys out of the bullpen, coming in and throwing strikes. Don't create a big inning scenario against you by walking batters or falling behind again when the fastball counts.
Quick visit by Hank. Hard hit up the line, backhanded by Callaspo. Long throw across the diamond. It is true. And Laporta is retired for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Angels down 4-0. Casino. Get your game on by El Pollo Loco. Get into El Pollo Loco today and try our delicious Baja-style fish tacos with classic Baja or spicy avocado sauce. Only at El Pollo Loco. And by Time Warner Cable. Bobby Abreu to lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Angels. Halos down by the score of 4-0. Abreu, Hunter, and Wells against Mitch Talbot, who has 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 4 hits allowed. Very economical with his pitches. The Angels have had 1 leadoff man reach. That was Conger. Last inning, he got into scoring position. First time the Angels have had a man in scoring position in this game, but was stranded right there. Bobby 0 for 1, had a walk in the first and a fly ball to center in the third. On the outside corner, count even at 1-1.
Boyd is staying downstairs with that sinking fastball. Will throw the changeup there, his slider in that same spot, curveball. As a hitter, you got to try to force him up in the strike zone to be more effective, but it's difficult because it looks good to hit.
Two-one pitch, outside, 3 balls in the strike. It begs the question, if you're a right-handed pitcher, you're not overpowering, why not just study film on guys like Mitch Talbot or any other right-handers make that transition? It can live in the upper 80s. Bobby takes a strike on the inside corner. It's a full count.
I think the big thing, if you're a pitcher, you're not overpowering, but you have good sink on your fastball, stay on the outer half, particularly against lefties, even righties, or down and in, and think ground ball, ground ball. If they don't make the adjustment, you just stay there. You keep going a little further out, take the sting off the bat.
3-2 pitch. Outside, there's a leadoff walk. Man on Hunter coming up. We go back to the top of the 6th inning, and Roberto Castro doing a nice job to get that last out.
Boy, on a long throw across the diamond also. And easy look at points of the game-saving plays. That's a great play. In other words, that could be a couple more runs. And with Cleveland's bullpen, you fall too far behind, you got no chance of getting back in there. Great play by Callaspo. He's done a nice job so far this year.
Torrey 0 for 2 twice, having grounded out to short. Takes a fastball for a strike on the inside corner. If the Angels at some point try to start the runner, try to create something here against Talbot. Santana 0 for 3 and throwing out would-be base stealers. That's up and in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And the reason why you do that, and Mike Scioscia's not afraid, even behind in the game 4-0, that the movement of the defenders in the infield, if you have them out of position, their comfort zone, they might not be able to make that play on that ground ball. They may get through the hole, and the next thing you know, it's 1st and 3rd.
Bobby's got a good lead, the 1-1. Torrey gets jammed here and rolls it to second. Cabrera to Cabrera and then on to Laporta. 4-6-3 goes the double play. The bases are clear and 2 outs.
We talked about that improved defense for Cleveland. Orlando Cabrera at second base has solidified it. Never played at the major league level at second base, always a shortstop with those good soft hands. Makes the play and a good flip over to Asdrubal, and they turn to double play.
Base is clear for Vernon Wells. 0 for 2. Grounded to short. Fly ball to right. One ball, no strikes. Vernon mired in a horrible slump to start the year. 4 for 42. He takes that fastball for a strike and evens the count. And the 1-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good numbers in his career. 263 average in the month of April. Lays off the breaking ball. Santana wants help, but to McClellan.
You see that 263 number in the month of April. That's when he gets hot in the second half of the month of April, because the beginning part of the season, he has struggled a lot in his career. He ain't getting adjusted to his all-speed pitches early on.
2-2. They got him with the off-speed pitch. And down goes Wells. Ends the 6th inning. 6 in the books here at the Big A. It is 4-0 Cleveland. 4-0. It's Talbot, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 punch-outs, 2 walks. Francisco Rodriguez out for his 2nd inning of action. First pitch swing is Jack Hanahan. No balls and a strike on Hanahan, the third baseman. A strikeout victim in the 2nd. A fly ball to left in the 5th. That pitch inside. It's 1-1. Gooby and I want to wish a very happy first birthday to Jackson Morales, a lifelong Angel fan.
Lifelong. That's perfect. Happy birthday.
Happy first birthday. 1-1. It's downstairs. 2 balls and a strike.
Remember those days, Victor, at all?
Being
first
one?
birthday? Yeah.
No.
Just made us a few years ago. At least up here, upstairs.
Here's the 2-1. Rolled over to 2nd. Now he's got it. Hanahan has retired for the 3rd time in this game. Angel fans celebrate 50 years of Angels baseball during the 2011 season with the Flex Plan. Select the 20 games you want to see from over 70 Angel home games. The Flex Plan also offers a postseason ticket option and the chance to double your option with the purchase of 2 or more plans. Buy your Flex Plan today at angels.com/mini plans or by calling 888-796-HALO. Here's Michael Brantley. He looks at his strike. Do you come across a lot of people that can recall their first birthday?
Been to a couple first birthday parties where they're pretty extravagant, but I would assume at some point they're going to look back at the video and think, oh yeah, I remember that real well.
Brantley late on that one. He's in the hole and no balls, 2 strikes. He's 0 for 2 with a fly to center, grounded short, and walk. Indians 4 runs, 5 hits. They've stranded 4. The Angels no runs, 4 hits. Halos have left 5 on base. Brantley pulls this one through on the right side, a 1-out base hit. His first hit of the game, 6th for Cleveland. That'll bring up Cabrera, the shortstop. Francisco pitched in the 6th inning, giving up a hit and a walk. Got a pop-up and a couple of ground outs, helped out by that play by Alberto Callaspo to end the 6th inning. As Jobo Cabrera with a home run, a ground out, and a walk. So 1 for 2 game. A good pitch in on the hands, just underneath. No balls and a strike.
Got a good cut fastball on with the regular fastball 94. As a hitter, you read bad fastball on a cut fastball. You start to hands through it, but all of a sudden that cut action gets underneath the swing, or you'll beat it into the ground.
0-1 pitch. Strike on the inside corner, 0-2. Brantley kind of started as if he was heading towards second base prior to that pitch, and it stopped. Check swing on the breaking ball. He did not go, says Marvin Hudson. Brantley combined, by the way, at first base for 23 stolen bases last year, 13 at Columbus, 10 with the Indians.
He might have been leaning there, anticipating an off-speed pitch. Francisco ahead of the count, 1-2.
Quick throw over again. A great shot, too, of Brantley leading off there. Base runners peeking, trying to peek in to Hank Conger. See if he can pick up a sign. All the while kind of glancing back, making sure he's got an eye on Rodriguez. Down and in, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's the thing, as a catcher, you want to, when you put down the signs to the pitcher, you want to make sure you put it in a position where not only the base runner, but coaches cannot pick it up also. It's all part of the craft of trying to put yourself in the best position to succeed. You can read a pitch, you can relay it to the batter, you have a better opportunity to hit the ball.
Wells in shallow left field against Cabrera. Borges straight up in center. Torrey at normal depth in right field. Brantley takes off, and it's going to be a stolen base. He didn't need to peek in on that last one.
No, he was just going about 5 or 6, 7 steps before Francis even delivered the ball. If he steps off, he has him easily at second base. And you get focused in on the hitter, and you just forget about the base runner, especially a good one like Brantley is.
Second stolen base of the year for Brantley. He takes a page out of the Torrey Hunter school of stolen bases. Torrey likes to get that running start.
The thing is, you just got to be patient and not hold the ball and be aware of your surroundings and step off.
3-2, little chopper towards short as Sturz is going to go to first, has to hurry, and they get him for out number 2. Brantley advances to third, but there are 2 outs now.
Number 17, right fielder Shin-Soo Choo.
Choo comes to the plate. Fly to right, a walk and a ground out into a double play. 4 for 2. Another solid year for Cleveland last year. 300 average, 22 home runs, 90 runs batted in. Career highs, home run and RBI categories. That pitch missed inside. Rich Thompson back up. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Francisco Rodriguez, 30 pitches, right down the middle. 15 balls, 15 strikes. Chopped over to first. Trumbo waves off Rodriguez. That will end the 7th. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. The Angels have Cayaspo, Trumbo, and Conger coming up down 4-0.
Pitched 8 seasons as a Halo, winning 5 straight Gold Gloves in the 90s, thanks in large part to one of the best pickoff moves in the game.
I would do hours and hours in front of a mirror seeing if I could pick up any difference between when I went to home plate and when I went to first base.
Anybody who saw Mark Langston pitch would understand how good he was.
Bottom of the 7th, Angels down 4-0. Great getting a chance to catch up with Mark Langston in the 2nd inning. Here's his first pitch ceremony. I'm sure he's overly thrilled at the fact that we're bringing this back.
It's the jacket.
When in doubt, blame wardrobe. It always malfunctions.
Oh, he couldn't wait to get up here and hear us talk about that first pitch, too.
I'm sure he's somewhere in the ballpark just thrilled, sitting back. Yeah, great. They've rehashed it. Callaspo ahead of the count of 2 balls, no strikes here to start the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Alberto, Mark Trumbo, Hank Conger here against Mitch Talbot, who's done a nice job tonight. Pitch is in there. It is 2-1. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks for Talbot. Upstairs.
Well, the amazing thing, that pitch before, 2-0, throws a changeup. He's up 4-0 in the 7th inning. Still has confidence enough to be able to throw that pitch. Next fastball up, now 3-1. Now he will challenge Callaspo with a fastball.
3-1 is fouled off to the left. This one will land in the seats. Full count now.
Oh, look at that, 12 ground ball outs. It's 2 punch outs, 4 fly outs. And he's utilizing the defense. I mean, the thing is with the Tribe this year, their defense has been so much better as far as fielding the routine plays. They weren't making those plays last year.
3-2 down the left field line. Austin Kearns playing shallow, heading into foul territory. He'll make the catch for the first down. The thing that Talbot has done tonight that has been fun to watch if you're just a fan of baseball and a fan of pitching is the fact that even in situations where hitters have been on the offensive, a hitter's count, there have been few and far between, but even a 3-2 count per se, you're not seeing aggressive swings, whether it's movement, location, or otherwise. You're still seeing hitters on the defensive.
It seemed like he's throwing that, what we call terminology, BP fastball, batting practice speed on the fastball. Not overpowering, but he's challenging a hitter with a fastball that looks inviting. They read fastball as a hitter, but it's below that so-called hitting speed. They get out in front and takes the sting off the swing.
He falls behind on Trumbo at 1 ball, no strikes. There's action in the Cleveland bullpen with Talbot at 86 pitches. Trumbo rolls this one foul. It's 1-1. It's Frank Herman. First man up.
Well, Cleveland's bullpen's been very good at this point. On the Angels, I'm taking a chance at their bullpen the way Talbot's throwing the ball today.
Breaking ball down and away. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trumbo tonight 1 for 2. Base hit back in the 2nd. Goes down swinging. They foul tipped it. Got a piece of it. Santana could not hang on to it. So the at bat continues at 1 and 2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Angels have action in their pen. Scott Downs activated off the disabled list after the game yesterday. Two rehab appearances. Ready to go. 2-2. Trumbo chopping this one up the line, foul.
Yeah, I talked to him today. He said he feels good. It's the broken toe on his left foot, which would be the push-off, put off the rubber pitching mound. He said he doesn't feel, he's not much of a drop and drive type of pitcher where he utilizes that push off the mound. So not much of an issue. Obviously covering first base, maybe a little bit of discomfort, but he feels good. He's ready to go out there and try to help the team win.
Two balls, 2 strikes on Trumbo. Hank Conger on deck. Inside, full count. Payoff pitch from Talbot. Foul back over our heads. Reset, do it again. Another payoff on its way. Trumbull takes a called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 outs.
Boy, fastball out the outside corner. Trumbull didn't quite hear the call by Tim McClellan for a while after the pitch was made. And spotted it right down in the corner. Pitch by him.
Is that one of those as you're running back to the dugout, you say, I'm sorry, Mr. McClellan. Conger gets jammed, rolls one right back to Talbot. He has himself another 1-2-3 inning. Nice outing for him tonight. 7 in the books. Cleveland still on top, 4-0. Court card, Tyler Chatwood made his major league debut tonight, went 5 innings, allowed 4 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 home runs. The home runs was Drupal Cabrera and Matt Laporta. Mitch Talbot for the Cleveland Indians, 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs. There's no shutouts in his career, 2 in his minor league career. New pitcher on for the Halos, left-hander Scott Downs, the 35-year-old from Kentucky. Signed in the offseason to a 3-year deal, making his debut for the Halos tonight, coming off the disabled list with that broken toe. Last year with Toronto, 5-5, a 2.64 ERA, pitching in 67 games. Career of 27 and 28, 3.79.
He's got that good fastball too, 86-91 range with sink action, good curveball, changeup.
First pitch breaking ball is down and in. 1 ball, no strikes to Carlos Santana, who spins around to hit from the right side. Santana grounds this one to short. Esturras has it. 1 out. Santana 0 for 4 in this game. Hey, entertain a large group for the U2 concert at Angel Stadium on June 17th or 18th by reserving a suite for your friends, family, or co-workers. There's a wide variety of suite locations and sizes available for both concert dates. For more information or to reserve your U2 suite, just call 714-940-2094. 1 out to start the 8th. Here comes Travis Hafner, DH for Cleveland. 1 for 3 game, had a base hit in the 6th inning. No balls and a strike here on Hafner. Scott Downs, originally in the Cubs system, got to the big leagues for the first time in 2000. That's when he was still a starter. The pitch is down low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Made 18 starts for the Cubs. And they got traded to the Montreal Expos. Had elbow problems, missed all of 2001. Hafner takes inside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitched with the Expos through 2004, and that began his Blue Jays career in 2005. And it wasn't until 06 when he became a reliever, then full-time reliever in 2007. After pulling this one up the line, and Trumbo bobbles it for a second. Plenty of time. Downs is there, and there's out number 2. Game 2 of the series tomorrow night, 6:30. Angels live kicks things off at 7:05 start. Fausto Carmona against Dan Harrett over on Prime Ticket.
Prime Ticket.
And then we got a 4:05 start on Wednesday.
Well, Carmona's another guy with a power sinker. So he's getting a lot of ground balls tomorrow. Dan Harrett coming off that relief appearance after his great start against Tampa.
Orlando Cabrera takes a strike from Scott Downs. Second baseman 1 for 3, had a base hit, a run scored in the second. Francisco Rodriguez tonight went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits. This one down toward left field. Vernon's got a beat on it. Rodriguez also walked a man and struck out nobody. Scott Downs has worked a 1-2-3-8 in his debut for the Angels. The Halos still down 4-0. Minutes Chase pays for someone's eligible credit or debit card purchases. Visit a branch to enroll today. Peter Borges to lead things off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Angels down 4-0. It'll be Borges, Isturis, and Kendrick. Mitch Talbot is back out there. I've never seen a uniform more dirty for a starting pitcher than I have tonight from Mitch Talbot.
I'm wondering how he got his uniform dirty. Well, when he fell over at first base in a high flip, Laporta a ground ball down the line.
Borges lays off the breaking ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Peter 0 for 2. Twice having grounded out to third base. The last time being a bunt up to third base line. Fielded nicely by Hanahan. Barehanded it, just getting Peter in the 5th inning.
He doesn't waste any time in between pitches. Doesn't even move off the pitching rubber.
2-1, bolted out towards center field. This one's hit well. Bradley going back at the wall, makes the catch. Loud out the first here in the 8th.
Early in the day, maybe that gets out. First or second inning, but as it got cooler here tonight, the Big A, fly ball caught at the wall.
Back to the top of the order is Sturris, who's 0 for 3. Seven a third, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Meiser fouling this one off, left side. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Shoots this one toward the alley in right center field. Brownlee got a good jump on it. He'll track it down for out number 2. Take a look at the American Airlines upcoming schedule. There's 2 games here against Cleveland and out on the road for 6. 3 in Chicago beginning on Friday. There's some good weather expected for that weekend series in Chicago.
Yeah, a little chilly.
And then 3 against the Texas Rangers before returning home on the 21st, a 4-game series against Boston. 3 against the Oakland Athletics. Howie takes down low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Kendrick 1 for 3. Base hit in the 3rd.
First pitch changeup. Then he comes back with a fastball. Outside corner. Did a great job of mixing and matching with his stuff.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That one fouled into the seats on the first base side. Now he takes a called strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Rich Talbot. 8 in the books, 4-0 Cleveland. Cleveland. Folks, on April 26th, the Angels taking on the Oakland Athletics. That game's at 7:05 right here at the Big A. All fans in attendance will receive a wall calendar courtesy of Pechanga Resort and Casino. This calendar highlights 50 years of Angels baseball and includes players such as Rod Carew, Don Baylor, and even our very own Tim Salmon. To purchase tickets, visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com. I can't believe you didn't make the calendar.
Tim Salmon's on there, though. I'm
Yeah,
happy about that.
Kingfish is in our booth, hanging out, doing homework for the post-game show. Rich Thompson on in relief here in the 9th. Scott Downs, 1 inning. All zeros for him. Facing Austin Kearns. Rich misses upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Kearns, Laporta, Hanahan, the scheduled 3 against Thompson. Austin with a double and a run scored to the 2nd. He's grounded out. He's also walked. Missed inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Rich pitched on Saturday, inning in a 3rd, gave up a hit, all zeros. Threw the ball well in spring training. It's carried over into the season. There's a strike. 1 and 2. Or pardon me, 2 and 2. Yeah, it is 1 and 2. Just make stuff up. See if it sticks. Throw it out there. See if anybody's paying attention.
It's that moving fastball. Sometimes it looks like it could be out of the zone, but it's catching the corner.
Doesn't work if I catch it myself, does it?
No.
Breaking ball, boy, locked him up. Down goes Kearns. There's out number 1. What a beauty.
Well, that's the thing now with Rich, that adjustment he has made over the last year or so. Before seeing fastball guy, now throwing the 2-seam, and then had a good over the top 12-6 variety on the curveball, drops it in there and freezes Austin Kearns.
Went out, nobody on for Matt Laporta, the first baseman. 3-run home run in the 2nd. He's walked and grounded out. 1 for 2 games. He takes that pitch down low. Laporta and Bradley, both key components of that CC Sabathia deal back in 2008. Coming over from the Milwaukee Brewers.
Remember, CC was pitching every 3 days, it seemed to be, for the Brewers there as they made that run into the postseason, knowing he's not going to come back.
And why not? Exactly. But he was willing to do it too, and it worked out pretty good for him.
Yeah, I would say so. Good long-term contract with the Yankees.
Cha-ching.
And an opt-out this year, isn't it?
Yes, it is. He can opt out of the contract and hit free agency after the season.
Well, the Angels were big-time players in the CC Sabathia sweepstakes.
2 balls, 1 strike here on Laporta. Hanahan on deck. Foul to 2. At the bottom of the 9th inning, the Angels have Abreu, Hunter, and Wells. There was some action going in the bullpen for Cleveland, but there's nobody up there now. You wonder if Manny Actor decides to send Talbot back out there and try to get his first career shutout.
Still very manageable to come back only down 4-0. The bullpen so far has done a nice job of keeping it close. You know, if I'm pitching the way Talbot's been pitching, I don't want to come out of the game at this particular point.
Only 1 major league complete game for him came last year. I mean, that seems like a pretty easy discussion if you're the pitcher talking to the manager. 2-2, popped up on a 3rd base side. Question is whether or not it's going to stick around close enough for Callaspo. It does. 2 outs.
At the inning, I saw the pitching coach Tim Belcher talking to him, and it looked like it was right away. It's his game right there to start the 9th inning at least.
You think Belcher was asking him, do you want to come out? Or
well,
it's more of you're going back out there,
right?
Back
out. And knowing Tim Belcher the way I know him, if it was a reverse situation where a pitching coach asked him if he was done, I don't think so. He had to pry the baseball out of his hand, and even then it wasn't easy to do so.
Hanahan takes outside. 0 for 3 of this one. There's Belcher on the left. Manny Active wanting to get some face time. Leads back. This one chopped on the ground over to Trumbo. He's got it. Thompson's covering it to 1-2-3 inning for Rich. We hit to the bottom of the 9th. Abreu, Hunter, and Wells. Talbot looks like he's coming back out. The Angels down 4-0. Talbot is back out on the mound. Halos down 4-0. Talbot, 8 innings, 4 hits allowed. He has struck out 4. 3 of those strikeouts come over the last 3 innings. Looking for that first career shutout. The Angels trying to make sure that doesn't happen here in the 9th inning. Bobby Abreu, Torrey Hunter, Vernon Wells. Bobby twice has walked. This is the 2 walks that Talbot has issued. He's also hit a fly ball to center. First pitch is in there for a strike.
Look at that late movement. Works it down in the strike zone. It looks inviting. It's going to be one of those things where you hear the hitter say a comfortable 0 for 3, 0 for 4. They see the ball well, but they're beating it right into the ground.
Pulls the string there, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. ...108 pitches for Talbot. The 109th is down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Boy, he dropped another changeup, back to back. The first pitch fastball, changeup. Boy, it's good arm motion on that changeup also. He goes sinker away.
Missed outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You got to like his pace. He doesn't waste any time in between pitches. So he can try to finish off Bobby with a changeup.
Fouls it off to the left.
Last inning when you're going for your first career shutout, it's never easy. Make a few mistakes, all of a sudden bullpen's going to have to come in.
Another 2-2. Jam shot up the line. That's a fair ball. That's a get off me swing. Kearns to cut it off. Bobby's trying to go to second, and he is in there with a double. It. 1 batter for Mitch Talbot here in the 9th inning. Maniacta is going to go to the bullpen. With Torrey Hunter coming up.
Well, in on the hands. Good job of at least getting the good part of the bat on, even though it's all the way in the inside part of the plate, inside-out swing.
So pitching change here in the 9th inning. Leadoff man on for the Halos. Angels down 4-0. Things over in the dugout. Very good outing for him, pitching into the 9th inning. Maniacta decides after Bobby Abreu gets that leadoff double down the left field line to turn the ball over to Anaheim resident Vinny Pastano, the 26-year-old who went to Canyon High School and Cal State Fullerton took on in the game. That's the big leagues. First time last year. 5 games for Cleveland. Did a nice job here in the early going. See Bobby standing at second. This is that pitch that Talbot threw in on the hands. Somehow.
I have no idea how he hit that baseball.
That's clean living.
You talk about waiting till the ball is deep in the strike zone. It's almost in the catcher's glove.
Man at second base just for the second time in this game for the Angels. The Halos have not advanced a man to third. Torrey Hunter at the play with nobody out here. First pitch fastball misses outside. Pistano here in the early going. No record, no ERA. Third appearance for him. 2 innings, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, no walks. 1-1. Pistano earning his way onto the opening day roster for Manny Actor with a very good spring training. An ERA just north of 1. This one's fouled back.
See good power arm he has. 93, 94, 94.
Mentioned he grew up here in the Southern California area. I would venture a guess that that's part of the Pistano family. There's the 1-2 outside. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's the closer, Chris Perez, getting loose.
What about a good fastball? He possessed a fastball in 95 to 98 range when healthy.
Breaking ball gets Torrey. There's out of the 1. A sweeping slider.
Well, that angle he has with the fastball, drops the elbow just enough to have a fastball that rises up in the zone, and then he drops a slider from that same arm angle. Nasty. 82 miles an hour. Sharp break to it.
So Bray is still at second. Here's Vernon. 0 for 3 on the ground out, a fly to right, and a strikeout. Not a lot of hits in this game for either side. 6 for Cleveland, 5 for the Angels, but Cleveland had 2 of them that counted. 2 home runs. As Vernon lifts the fly ball down the right field line. Shin-Soo Choo is there. 2 outs. So the Angels down to the last out. Talbot looking for his first win of the year. Alberto Callaspo stands in the way. 1 for 3. Had a base hit in the 4th. Fastball missing inside. And it is 1-0. This one out towards center field. Brantley's coming in. He's under it, and Cleveland takes game 1 against the Angels by the final of 4-0.
Well, when it comes down to Mitch Talbot, does such a good job of staying down in the strike zone, working off the outside corner, getting ground ball after ground ball. Great pace. Tyler Chatwood made some good adjustments. You got to think of the positives as far as getting true to hitting that double play. The last pitch he threw the 5th inning, so there is some positives. Of course, the bullpen once again for the Angels throwing up a bunch of zeros, giving the team a chance to come back. Mitch Talbot is too tough tonight as far as getting those ground ball outs.
Talbot picks up his first win. Chatwood suffers a loss. He's now 0-1 again. The Indians shut out the Angels by the final of 4-0. For Mark Gubicza and our entire staff, I'm Victor Ross. Thank you for watching. Stick around as Angels Live is coming up next.